why did M23 engage in a warfare where we ended up losing 13 soldiers? Is M23 rebels movement responsible for the death of these soldiers?
Thank you very much. M23 did not attack South Africans. M23 is fighting for its own survival. South African came, I believe you have in your constitution that the South African soldiers could only engage in aggressive war if they were protecting their borders. I don't think it is that case right now. We are in Congo trying to survive, to fight a war that can bring our parents back home that has been in a refugee camp for 30 years, which many of your presidents, including Mandela, Thabo Mbeki, even Tanzanian President Julius Nyerere, talked about the issue that we have in Congo. I remember South Africa president going to meet Putin to talk about the issue in Ukraine. I saw South Africans going to Gaza, to Hague, to fight the Israelis about the issue in Gaza. I do not understand. We have oldest issue in Africa, Tutsi people, why South Africa did not even engage to understand or to even talk to the Congolese government to solve our issue. Are Palestinians closer to South Africa than Congo? Is Putin, Russia, close to South Africa than Congo? Both blood and physical, where we are located. So what I'm trying to say is, South African soldiers came to shut our dream down. We were going to Goma to liberate people of Goma. South African soldiers engaged in fighting. As you know, bullets do not have eyes to say this is the enemy, this is not. And obviously, South African soldiers, I wanted to clarify this, they did not come to peace mission. They come as offensive force. It is known. So South African, we even gave a communique. We said some DRC should stop any fighting along with FDLR, with any Wazalendo, and any mercenaries. South African that just came out of apartheid. Who knows how painful it is to be stateless in your own country? Is the one that is sending soldiers to come and block us from coming home. I don't think South Africans understand this, and I don't think many South Africans support this idea of bringing South African soldiers. I don't even think that soldiers, South African soldiers themselves would choose to come to do what they're doing right now. So, in short, South African can be soldiers who are in MONUSCO right now, the some should go through where the mercenaries passed through, which is Rwanda, because the airport is shut down. Even the dead, they can be repatriated in the same way. They can go through Rwanda and they fly in South Africa. But to say that we attacked South Africans, anyone who is saying this, I don't know where their mind is, because that is Congo. It's not South African. Goma is not Soweto or Pretoria or any other place. It's Goma. It's my ancestral. We have never ever had a problem or issue with the South African soldiers. It's a war. When someone is fighting you, you will not sit by and just wait to die, just to freeze them. But South Africa, we have never engaged with the South Africans just to look for South Africans. No. And where they are right now, they are in the areas where we control. If we were bad people, we could have done something bad. Our intention is survival, is not hostility. And if you saw how many thousands of, hundreds of mercenaries. None of them had the issue. We took them and we sent them back home. Anyone who is in Goma who needs our assistance to assist them get home, we are ready to do so.
Are you ready to assist South Africa to be able to evacuate those who are injured, those who, the soldiers who were killed? Because the families in South Africa are worried.
I know. Thank you very much. I think I honestly sympathize with them to find themselves in a situation where they're defending the interest of a person, not a country. Because South Africa has no interest in Congo to send their soldiers to die for Tshisekedi, who Tshisekedi have done nothing for his own people. He's killing his own people. I myself, my mom is in a refugee camp since '94. She hasn't gone back home yet. The people who killed our people are enjoying our resources back home. So, in short, South African soldiers we can give them safe passage to go. And as I said, they can go through Rwanda. That's only way they can go. As you know, Goma has no any other country's border. It's only Rwanda that they can go through. Another thing is the people who lost their loved ones in Congo. I sympathize with them, and they need to understand us. There is no any other choice but we are going home. That's all. But also, they can go through Rwanda and they can repatriate the remains of their loved ones. And we send condolences to the family of South African soldiers. We feel them. We know that they are not for their choice, but this is a survival, as I mentioned, and we are going home.